Hello, my name is Tulu, and I'm here to introduce to you a new talk show on YouTube called Bleeding Edge Youth. Yes, Bleeding Edge Youth. Yeah, this is coined from Bleeding Edge Technology, which essentially just means that it's the next best thing, but it's being pushed out prior to people that can use it and kind of work out whatever little kinks and bugs are still in it to get the perfect version of it. And I chose that title to let you know, the audience that this program is geared towards, that yes, you're the bleeding edge person, you're the next best mind. Now, Bleeding Edge Youth is a short talk program that will air once every 2 weeks on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and is geared towards teens and young adults. And the aim of the talk, the discussions, is to talk about the issues that are peculiar to this age group, to the teens and the young adults. So the target audience essentially are the teens and young adults, regardless of your race, gender, religion, creed, nationality, or status. Now, here's some of the content that you are to expect in the discussions. We're going to be discussing things like self esteem and body image, things like depression in the young adults, teen pregnancy, underage sex, anxiety, to name but a few. Now, this is my belief. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm an adult, but I learned a few things growing up. I learned from my life and I also learned from my daughter's life. Now, when I was growing up, I was born into a loving home. My parents loved me dearly, but I was born with a health issue. This is a little story. I was born with a health issue, and so although my parents were trying to protect me, make sure I had everything ever needed, I found out, which at the time it was happening, I couldn't even articulate it. I couldn't put it into words. I couldn't even picture it as an issue. It was just a silent struggle for me. And the biggest struggle back then was rejection. Everybody thought, no, we don't want to deal with her. She's too weak. She can't do it. And I mean, even some family members. And to give you an example, my younger sister and I, we might want to do the same thing. You know, oh, let me handle that. Even though she was my younger sister, they would readily release the reins of whatever it is to her and allow her to do it. If I come along, or even if I was the first to get there to say, oh, can I do that? The answer typically will be no. I will have to claw my way, have all this big old discussion about it, argue it, do whatever before it was given to me. And then the worst part of it, anytime my sister got it done, everybody sang her praises. Oh, she knows how to do these things. She's the best and all of that. And then after struggling to do it, and as in struggling to get them to allow me to do whatever it was, nobody even recognized me. And yes, I'm an adult now, so I can kind of see that to lots of adults and lots of people that might have been nothing. But guess what? It was something, because I grew up to realize that it made me look at life from the perspective of constant constantly pushing myself. Well, it ended well. I mean, that made me push myself enough to get 3 degrees under my belt. But it was just something that kept running at the back of my mind and made me think I needed to prove myself over and over and over again. Now, this is my understanding. Not every kid gets the same positive result at the end of the day, which is why Bleeding Edge Youth, this is why it was birthed. Now, the purpose of the discussions we'll be having will be it will be to discuss things like the issues themselves, establish the fact that they exist, help you to know that you're not crazy, it's not just in your mind. Know that you're not alone. We want to help the world around you see from your perspective. We want to see if we can close the chasm between what it is these issues are and how people perceive it, and so how they deal with it. Well, one of the last two things is to see if we can set it straight, set some things straight, even in your own mind, certain misconceptions in your own mind too about whatever the issues are. And I'm always going to try to end the talk by giving my thoughts. Now, this is where I give a disclaimer. I am a Christian. And so, whereas I'm going to try to be very objective. I'm going to be plain minded about it. But I can tell you that my views will always have the flavor of my faith. Now, go on our Facebook page. Let's get the discussion started. Join the page, it's private. Whatever questions you have, you can message in anonymously. And whatever you want to post on the page, it will be viewed and vetted before it gets posted. We're also on Twitter again at Bleeding Edge 16, Bleeding Edge 16. Let's get this discussion started. Let me leave you with this. Always remember, you're a bleeding edge youth, which means you're the next best mind. Let nothing take that away from you. You are the next best thing. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you.